According to the United Nations report on Nigeria's Common Country Analysis, over 80 million Nigerians live below the internationally recognized poverty line. But the federal government is trying to turn around this narrative by introducing the 5,000 Naira conditional cash transfer to the poorest and vulnerable in the society. My guest on this week's edition of the program looks at the viability and sustainability of the idea. Hello there, thank you for joining me on the program this week. I'm Gloria Umezuke. The federal government says it has commenced the payment of 5,000 Naira to poor Nigerians, that's the poorest of the poor, after several delays in 2016. However, there are concerns about the implementation and the monitoring. Well, my guest is the former national coordinator of the National Poverty Eradication Program. He talks more about this. But coming up next. A report on the conditional cash transfer program of the federal government, which is one of the president's cardinal campaign promises. Well, take a listen. The federal government says it has started the first round of payment of the monthly 5,000 Naira stipend intended to help alleviate severe poverty in the country. President Muhammadu Buhari promised to roll out the cash transfer scheme to 1 million of the poorest Nigerians during his campaign. NIBSS has already released the funds for those three states, Borno, Kwara and Bauchi, and will be releasing the funds for the other to balance up for the total of 9 very soon.
Announced specifically from the office of the Vice President that the scheme has started, I think in 9 states. This is a government that is built on integrity and accountability. This government will not lie to Nigerians, does not lie to Nigerians. In fact, anything that you hear from this government, you can take it to the bank.
According to the World Bank, 53% of Nigerians are living on less than $2 per day as at 2009, and that is below the international poverty line. In the 2016 budget, the federal government set aside 68.7 billion Naira for the scheme. This formed part of the 500 billion Naira social intervention program, also consisting of the government enterprise and empowerment program and the school feeding program. The program is expected to be rolled out across the country after a World Bank register of the poorest in the communities was adopted.
We are collecting the data. Each of the beneficiaries, whose name has come on the social register, we have a BVN. All those that are being paid now, they have a BVN. We have focal persons in the state. It will also help in the verification. We have the banks, where the money will be paid to, also working with us to ensure that this is properly done.
The motive of the federal government may be seen as a positive development, but the sustainability of the scheme has raised concern in view of the state of the nation's economy. Experts have suggested that government should provide a long-term development strategy by creating an environment whereby people are empowered to succeed rather than being dependent.